Hey everyone, Daniel here from Marinade Canadians Cooking. So I've been seeing all these awesome prep videos getting done with some steak bleu stuff. So I decided, you know what, why don't I do a little video, showcase jerk for you guys. So not me being a jerk, but I'm going to be taking these chicken breasts from steak bleu. I'm going to be taking this amazing spice from Across the Spice. Okay, it's their jerk spice rub. And I'm going to be making a jerk marinade. And then you'll see what I'm going to be doing with these things, but I'm telling you, they're going to be pretty amazing. So stay tuned for that. And I hope you enjoyed this little prep video, and let me know if you have any questions. So here's everything you're going to need. You got some jerk spice, soy sauce, apple cider vinegar, ginger, orange, mango, green onions, garlic, some honey, and a regular onion, Scotch bonnet, or I have this Scotch bonnet hot sauce, and finally some brown sugar. Alrighty everyone, so first thing you're gonna need, I'm gonna use my kid's baby bullet to do this, but you're gonna need some sort of blender, food processor, because that's what's gonna waz this whole thing up. Let's start off with my onion. I'm gonna start off with half an onion, cut it in half, take off that. Make sure you don't drop it all the way, like I just did. And what's great about this, because you are using a blender, you don't have to worry too much about the chopping of the vegetables. It doesn't have to be perfect, because a blender is honestly going to be doing most of the work for you. But a lot of people just like to throw things in the blender, and then it doesn't blend very well. So that's not good either. So there goes the onion. And start with that. I got these 4 green onions. I'll roughly chop the ends. Give these again. You don't have to be very specific. Just chop them up. Makes it easier for the blender. Garlic and ginger. This is really important. That's my way to do garlic, to peel it. Give it a good bang. Peel it should come right off. Like that. Pretty easy. I like to go garlic heavy, because in this house we absolutely love garlic. So I'm going to go for about 6 cloves of garlic in this recipe here. So again, I'm really not worried about how nice the chop is on any of this, because it's getting all whizzed up. This is also Egyptian garlic, so it's fresh, a little bit more fresh garlic. So that's, if you're wondering why it looks kind of slick, that's actually why, because it's not dried out. There we go. So I'm going to take my garlic, put it in, ginger. I really just want pieces around the knuckle of my thumb. Okay, right there. So I'm going to save that for another recipe. And then I'm just going to just give it a little rough chop. Again, just makes the blender's life a little easier. And considering I'm using a baby bullet, you know, I want to make it as easy as possible. Now, this is my special edition, personally. I like my jerk to be a little bit tropical. So I'm actually throwing in some mango. If you haven't tried this, it's not traditional. It's not the way that you would normally have jerk, but I love it. So I would definitely say give it a try if you want to try something new. So again, you're just going to roughly dice up the mango. Open her up. And just cut all these little pieces off. I can actually pretty much just break off at that point. Again, I'm working kind of sloppy here, guys, but that's because I know this is all going to get wazzed up through a blender. So excuse my non-chefy perfection, because really, that's not what I'm going for in a marinade. So again, this isn't traditional at all, adding tropical fruit. You can also add pineapple. Some people I know do that, but I really love mango. So I'm going to add some mango to it, and that really will give it a nice sweet hit, which is really different, and it's what a lot of people, they're not going to expect that in a jerk. So I think that that's what makes it a little bit extra special. Now, I want to show you guys a little bit what we're going to be working with liquid-wise. So I'm working with some soy sauce, some apple cider vinegar, and some honey, and an orange. Okay, so you're going for a 1/4 cup soy, and then you're going for a 1/4 cup of vinegar. You can use regular white vinegar too, but again, I just kind of like the apple cider vinegar in it personally. Throw that in there. Slice my orange. Squeeze all that OJ in there too. Some people like to add lime. I add lime sometimes as well. I don't have any lime, so that's why I'm not doing it this time, but you can add lime. That's pretty delicious too. Now, again, just because I don't have lime, I'm going to be using a bit of honey. I'm all about balance. A lot of people find, or I know a lot of people, they don't like things super, super hot. I've had jerk that's crazy hot. I like it. But a lot of people aren't big fans of that, which is fine. So I try and balance my marinade a little bit. So this right here will sort of help add a little bit of sweetness to the dish as well. You're really only going for about 1-2 tablespoons max. I kind of eyeball it. And then I want to show you guys this stuff. So Scotch bonnets. A lot of people say Scotch bonnets and habaneros are the exact same. They're wrong. Scotch bonnets actually have a bit of a fruity flavor. They're both just as spicy in my opinion, but Scotch bonnet has that extra little zing, that extra little fruitiness. So my store ran out of Scotch bonnet, so I always keep this in the fridge. It's Island Spice. It's just a little Scotch bonnet hot sauce, I guess you can say. I go 1 for 1 in mine. So realistically, I'm gonna go. I normally like 1, maybe. I've gone hotter, but I'm going to go for this one. I would normally go maybe 2 Scotch bonnets. So I'm going to start with like 1 and just a touch. Just like that. And what's really nice about this sauce, honestly, is when I taste it, if it's not hot enough, I can just add more and blitz it again. You can't do that when you use whole peppers. You kind of just have to balance it out after, which isn't as easy when you put in too many peppers. I know some people that put like 6 Scotch bonnets in there, and it's super hot, and then they can't fix it. So it's kind of all in the trash. Now, huge shout out to Kawartha Spice. She makes these amazing spices. This is her jerk dry rub. So it really saves you a lot of effort here. I'm going to go for about 2.5 tablespoons. There you go. But Canadian company, go check her out. She's incredible. Deborah's a really, really nice person. So you should definitely take the time to check out her her page and just her product. Support another Canadian company. And finally, some brown sugar. I go 2 tablespoons. Or actually, because I put honey, you know, I'll go 1.5. So that's it. So now we are going to move on to our next phase, which is wazzing it up. Alrighty guys, so you're left with this right over here. So some of you guys probably noticed I didn't put salt and pepper. There's a reason for that. Because of all my other ingredients, the soy sauce, the everything, I personally like to taste it first, okay? And then I'm going to do some minor adjustments with my marinade, and that's after I'll actually soak my chicken. So I'm going to go in there. It's good. It's got a really nice spice. So it definitely needs a bit of salt. So I'm going to give it a little pinch right now. Inside, salt and pepper. Big shout out to the Barbecue Baron because he came up with this great idea of putting it together in one jar. Now, I just tasted mine. It needs a bit of zing. I told you I didn't have any limes, so I'm just going to add just a bit of lemon juice. So see, I really didn't take that much off the lemon, but this is going to make a huge difference, I think. Just add that little bit of lemon in there. That's going to add acidity to my dish. Make sure you don't get any seeds. And now I am going to waz it up again, give it a try, and then we're going to soak our chicken. It's perfect. Those little additions balance it off perfect. So, quick thing. These little bowls, I bought these years ago. Set of 4, container, lid. Beautiful for marinade. It's going to make your life a cinch. So, I'm just going to take my whole chicken breasts. And I don't want to cube any of this up or anything, personally. I want it to just go in and marinate. So I'm going to throw them both in the bowl. Like that. It's just in there. Now, a little tip for me, personally. I like to kind of do a double seasoning. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take a little bit of my jerk spice. I'm going to give it a quick little sprinkling on top of my chicken. I'm going to take a bit of salt and pepper. And then that also, I'll show you, turn the camera. So you're going to see that. I'm going to just give it a little shake. And I'm just going to do that to add just a little bit more flavor on top of that chicken breast. So I'm going to throw that around. Again, you don't put a lot, but I find it's just sort of something I've always done. And then take my marinade. Pour it right on top. And then you really want to get in there. So, you know, really make sure your chicken is getting coated in this marinade. I'm actually going to let this marinade for a really long time. So I'm only cooking this tomorrow. So this is going to marinate now probably for about 15 hours. Okay? Now, you don't need to marinate it for that long. It should be, I would say, 10 hours. That's what I'd be looking at for something like this. You really want those flavors to hit that chicken because I'm going to be grilling these off. So I really want to make sure that I'm getting all that jerk flavor in that chicken. So that's jerk marinade for me, guys. If you want any information, like I said, my chicken came from Steak Bleu in Montreal. Prep knife, that's Dallas Strong, is chef's knife. I have a discount on these if you want to try them. My spice came from Deborah at Kawasa Spice, like I said. So check her out. And this is a really neat product. Again, I don't rep these guys at all, but Island Spice, they come out with some great stuff. They got some Scotch bonnet hot sauce, which I really appreciate. Makes my life easier. And all this fruit and veg actually came from Panier du Fermier. So feel free to check out those companies. They're all on my link tree as well. And I hope you like this little prep video. Thanks, guys.